Afternoon, folks. How we doing? So, I'll have a little chat a minute about these so-called riots, what's going on, and just how fed up and pissed off the British public are. And yeah, I get it. I really do. You know, I don't condone riots. A riot has never achieved anything. Even when you look back to the coal mining days, when the coal miners strike and that was on the actual strikes and riots didn't achieve anything. But I'm not saying don't protest. If you got something that's really griping you, protest about it, but do it properly. And on the news this morning, it was all riots, and the next thing was, I think it was Taylor Swift, some pop star anyway, in Venice, has cancelled a couple of gigs because of a terrorist threat. You know, it's a worldwide problem. Now, it's got to be dealt with. But rioting on the streets, to me, isn't the right thing to do. You know, protest it right. A lot of the Muslim, there was another bit on the news, followed it, there's a local load of Muslim lads that had been out on a counter-protest. Whatever one of them is, properly. It was a peaceful protest, there was no trouble, nothing at all. Well, there won't be, because nobody else turned up. So they've got no reason to be out on the streets looking for an argument when the other team didn't turn up as such. But I want to try and put it in the layman's terms as a councillor for what things I think is what really a lot of the problems are. So you've got all these illegals coming across, which are illegal. You know, the clue is in the name. And it's costing somewhere around £8 million a day to house these. Now these guys, they're not your doctors, they're not your nurses, they're not your solicitors, they are illegals. Some of the Muslim guys, okay, going out, counter protests, whatever. Now, I've got a friend who works all around the world. She does all sorts. I'm not quite sure what she does do, but she spends a lot of time out in the Middle East. And when she's out, she'll wear a proper dress where there's very, very minimal flesh showing, apparently. Because she's got to respect their ways. She's in their country, she's got to respect their ways. So how's about a bit of that in this country? Why don't they respect our ways? Now, it's not all Muslims, I'm not saying that at all. But you watch the news at times, you've got them all spraying Allah on the sort of little microphones, loudspeakers, whatever you want to call it. They all want the Sharia law in this country, they want this, they want that. You can't go in a supermarket nowadays, realistically, and buy any meat that's not been religiously slaughtered. That's not our way, you know, with various laws and rules. And as you know, that's something I'm fighting in Parliament at the minute. So, but there is 3 or 4 weeks worth work to get there yet before I can actually publicise what all that's about. But one question I asked somebody the other night and they completely couldn't answer me. If you want to come to this country, fine. Now, why would you pay a people trafficker thousands of pounds, get on a rubber dinghy, to come across the channel that is absolutely fraught with danger, when you can jump on a plane in France and get to England for about £72 for a flight? You hear properly. And the answer is there. They haven't got papers to get on the plane with. They are illegals. We haven't got a clue who they are, what they are, where they come from, nothing else. And unfortunately, Starmer is wondering why the British public are now starting to demonstrate and say, look, enough's enough. He's so far left, he can't lay straight in bed at night. He's like a crooked shuck, isn't he? He just can't do it. He's brought these police forces in to protect the mosques. Christ knows how much that's cost them. He's sending so much money to Ukraine per year while they're in power. They're sending so much money out to South Africa and all that lot. But yet stopping the pensions, stopping this for the old age people. And them old age people have paid into the system for a lot of years. Pensions aren't a benefit. It's a savings account, if you like. You've had that pension money took off you to give you back during your old age. And Starmer's taking a lot of that off them. All right, I know a lot of the pensioners have got a few quid, so the cold weather payment isn't really needed by some of them. But are you going to discriminate against some of them? Let them all have it. You know, you look at the old veterans from the World War II and stuff. it's wrong. Why did we bother? And unfortunately, this is going to get a lot worse yet under Labour, because they just haven't got a clue and they don't want the British people. Look at the WEF. They're pulling all the strings for the food. We're the first country in the world that's now going to trial laboratory-made meat in dog food. Other countries have chucked it out, said stick it. We don't want that. We've got the proper gear here, just like we have. But no, Starmer, oh yeah, we'll bring it in. Try it in the dog food first. Fucking idiot. So, yes, guys, protest if you want to protest, by all means. I do get it, I really do. You know, and I really, really do. But don't go out rioting. It achieves nothing. Do the job. Do it right, do it hard, do it firm. Be fair. But we've got to get this turned around somehow. But that's it for now on all that lot anyway. Keep Britain farming, folks. Ta-da for now.